My skin is going to absolutely hate me after doing this video because we're about to test out just how sweat-proof makeup really is. And honestly, this might be one of the weirdest ways I've ever tested out a full face of makeup. Hey guys, Steph, welcome back to my channel, or rather, good morning, or at least for me. You can probably tell by my voice, you can probably tell by my very puffy face that it is pretty early. Because I've got to go somewhere in a second, and it's got something to do with this video. You know how I feel right now and how I feel when I wake up? Is how SpongeBob must have felt when he went into Sandy's igloo and like he just like went all like, you know? This is how I feel right now. And probably look. As you can tell by the title of today's video, we are testing out sweat-proof makeup. A lot of these brands either claim to be sweat-proof, super long-lasting, or waterproof, which I mean, sweat's water, right? And we're not just going for a little walk in the sun or a cheeky little workout, no. We're doing something a bit more extreme. So let's get into it. I've got places to be and sweat to create. Oh yeah. Now before we get into the video and I start questioning my life choices, I want to say a big thank you to Halara for sponsoring today's chaos. You may have seen them popping up all over social media, but if you haven't heard of them before, Halara basically make clothes that feel like activewear but look like everyday outfits. Basically, jeggings walk so Halara could run. And of course we have a discount code that's currently on screen now. I'm talking super stretchy jeans that look like baggy jeans, which as you know are my favorite. I'm talking skirts with built-in shorts, and get this, dresses with built-in pockets. It's almost as if they listen to their customers, which is literally exactly what they do. They basically design clothes based on customer feedback, so everything is really thought out. Like they literally have padding in the right places. They cinch you in, they're made of the best fabric. Some of them as well are made of pet fur resistant fabric. Okay, you guys may not know this about my cats, but they're Manx cats, which they have like a double fur. So basically I have 2 cats, but 4 cats worth of fur. And you know I like to wear a lot of black, and Michael is a little orange ginger boy. You can see in the cutaway, I literally am wearing a dark blue dress, which does have the built-in shorts by the way, and a pocket for your phone, so you could literally go from like the gym wearing it to brunch. No one would know any difference. But anyway, I literally rub Michael on the dress and there is barely any fur. But also, can we go back to the fact that most of their skirts have built-in shorts? Now, I am a very clumsy girl, but I love a mini skirt. A lot of the time, I will actually wear little shorts underneath my skirts. I don't have to do that with Halara. They're built in. Just for reference as well, I got everything in a size extra small and everything fit really well. And also just a little note on sustainability. They actually produce things in really, really small batches, so there's not gonna be as much waste, which I think is really cool. And I just love them. Like all those other great points aside, I just feel really, really great when I wear them. It's literally like, you know when you get home and you just put on your comfies, it's that, but you also look cute. That's a life hack if I've ever seen one. I'll link everything that I picked up in the description box down below if you guys have been umming and ahhing about Halara, because yeah, it's really good stuff. I'm probably gonna buy more. The first product I'm gonna start off with is brows. This is a super, super cheap product. A lot of you guys have probably tried it because it went viral a few years ago. It's the Got to Be Glued for brows and edges. So you can use this around your hairline or you can use this for your brows, which is what I like to do. This stuff does not play around. I've not tried it in sweaty situations. Make of that what you will. But if you've tried the Got to Be Glued hair stuff, you know this stuff is quite literally like glue. So we want to test out a few things today. I want to test out just how, you know, sweat-proof the makeup actually is. I want to test out how good it looks, but I also want to test out how it actually feels on my face. Because it might be sweat-proof, but if it feels like I'm literally wearing a clay mask, like I've turned into the clay head from Art Attack, that's not really what we're after. Slick these bad boys down. I need these to be like 2D to my forehead. Next, I'm gonna go in with a very viral product that is not normally this size. I'm just using it up. It is so tiny. It's so, you guys know how I feel about tiny little things, but this is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This doesn't necessarily claim to be sweat-proof, but there are a lot of people online, specifically on Reddit, thank you so much, people of Reddit, you helped out a lot for this video, who say that this is literally the most sweat-proof primer they've ever tried. So here's me trusting absolute strangers from Reddit. And if you know, the trick with this is to slap it. You want your face, like look at it. We ain't taking no chances today. Oh, I wish I could just inject this straight into my veins. I probably could. I don't do that. So for foundation, I'm gonna be using an absolute OG, which is of course the Estee Lauder Double Wear. Now I feel like foundation is going to be one of the most important parts of this video, because if this stays on, then chances are the rest of the makeup has a pretty good chance. If you've not tried double wear foundation before, it is like, I malfunctioned. I mean, it's an OG for a reason. People used to come into Debenhams all the time and request this because it literally like covers up everything. It covers up all of your sins, all of your past mistakes, all of your childhood trauma if you have any of that. get this, those claims might not be accurate. I haven't used it in a long time. She's quite matte, I will tell you that. So I'm actually seeing my friend in a second who's gonna help me with this video. But we actually used to work with each other 13 or 14 years ago, which is crazy. She was working on the benefit counter, I was working in perfume, and then I ended up somehow getting a job as a manager. I'd never done any sort of counter work before, never done any management before, but I somehow got a job as a manager at Bare Minerals, and we were opposite each other, and we just became total besties. And it's her wedding soon, and I'm gonna be a bridesmaid, and I just love that. But anyway, I was going off on a tangent about this stuff. So many people used to come in for this foundation. It would be like 18-year-old girls, it would be like 60-year-old women, 80-year-old women, it would be their husbands coming in for their wives. Honestly, like, so many people used to rave about this foundation, and still do. Because you can see, it blanks you out. I look like I'm ready for an episode of The Last of Us, but yeah, it blanks you out so much. She is matte. She is almost too matte because obviously I've got that primer on underneath. I normally, as you guys know, wear a moisturiser over a primer a lot of the time. But like, can you see? On my forehead maybe, like, it's so matte. I do like double wear. It's not necessarily my favourite foundation these days, but I do really like it, but I have to wear it with a hydrating base underneath, otherwise it's just too matte for me. I was then looking for a concealer that claimed to be super long wearing, and we've gone for the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer. And I'm wearing this in the shade 1W Light. Oh god, this is gonna be really, really matte too, isn't it? You need to blend this out so quickly, by the way. But she does give good coverage. I'm gonna look so stupid later on in the video. Don't skip ahead, don't cheat, I'm watching you. I know your sort. But try and guess down below how you think I'm gonna be trying out this makeup. Also, I do just wanna say, and this might not seem like a lot to some people, but I've actually started growing on my channel for the first time in so long. So hello to all you new people. That was like the cringiest wave I think I've ever done. Hello. But yeah, it just makes my heart really happy. So if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed, it honestly, it makes me want to well up. So yeah, if you are watching this video and if you haven't clicked that little red button, you can see my eyes are literally welling up because I'm so excited about it. Then please subscribe because that would really mean a lot. Could you imagine if we can get to like 600k by the end of the year? I don't know if that's possible, but I kind of want to put that little challenge out there. So if you want to be part of the club before we hit 600k, that'd be kind of sweet. My voice broke. Ooh, I'm looking sufficiently beige. Okay, for contour, I have a blush from Mitchell. So again, this doesn't necessarily say that it is sweat proof or even necessarily waterproof, but I know for a fact these are very long wearing and Reddit likes to agree as well. So I'm just gonna put a little tiny bit here, just to zhuzh me up a little bit, you know, a little summon. Just add a tiny little bit of a shadow. I haven't used this product in a long time. You know, and sometimes, like, it's still good. I haven't even taken off the little film. Woo! It's the Fenty Cheeks Out Cream Bronzer in Butter Biscuit. And again, Reddit told me that this is the one when it comes to, why did I just tap that off? When it comes to long wear makeup. I haven't used this in a while. I've gotten a lot more tanned. This looks quite cool toned. I don't love some of the textures going on here right now. It's not too bad, but again, those smile lines, I'm just so happy these days, guys. Also, so many of you have noticed that I just seem a lot happier, and thanks. I am, but because of that, I now get makeup in my smile lines all the time. You just can't win, can you? Okay, maybe I can add a little bit of warmth to my face with some blusher. So I'm gonna go in with the Rare Beauty. I always forget what this is called. It's called like a pinch something blusher, isn't it? And I do know for a fact this stuff is very, very long wearing. I'm gonna take a little bit more than usual just because I do want to have a bit of color in my cheeks. Okay, lovely. I feel like that blending in with a little bit of the contour has kind of created a little bit of a bronzer texture. Color, texture, it's early. I haven't woken up yet. While I'm here, just because I wanted to set down a little bit before I do get into my eyes, I'm gonna use my P. Louise base. This is in the shade 03, which I normally use 02. Oh, okay, that's not too bad. What eye primers are you guys using at the moment? Because I'm so stuck to my P. Louise base. But there's just so many that I try and it's just like, what is that? We're now gonna move on to powder, and this is a product I've actually not tried before, so we're gonna get a full first impressions here. It's the One Size Translucent Loose Setting Powder. I have friends that do drag that swear by this stuff. Honestly, if this can survive a spotlight and 6 wig changes, I'm hoping it can survive what I'm about to do. I love the fact I could get this in a mini as well, because honestly, I have so much makeup, which by the way, I need, like it's not a want. It actually isn't a want at all. I'm kind of dreading it. I need to sort out my makeup soon. So if you guys want me to do a series on that, please let me know. And let me know how you want me to do it, because the videos are probably going to be quite long. So let me know what format you guys want to see, because I really need to do that. Like it's bad. It's not even embarrassing and like, oh my God, it's so embarrassing. I actually kind of want to do like a mini cleanup before I show you guys, but it's bad. But anyway, I'm glad they do a mini, because I have so much makeup and so many powders that I honestly think if I didn't buy a loose powder ever again, I would be able to survive the rest of my life doing a full face of makeup every single day, never having to buy another. I'm actually not even going to do my usual method of just like adding a little bit of powder. We're going in. I'm going to use a little puff. I'm not going to like bake too much in. I'm still going to use a tiny amount of powder, but I feel like we really need to set this in place today. So I'm just going to do the rolling method. Really set that in. And again, I always start from the outer corner. So there's a little bit less powder on the puff or on the brush when you get to the inner corner, where things get a little bit more creasy. The rolling method. Limp Bizkit would be proud.
All right.
Oh, I hope this holds up. I really do. I hope this actually looks good. Because in reality, you don't need to have a full face of sweatproof makeup to be kind of sweatproof and like look, you know, pretty decent. I know a lot of people like to wear a bit of makeup when they're going to the gym or something, or, you know, if you are on the beach or something. No judgment here. I think do whatever makes you feel comfortable, but I don't think you necessarily need to go this intense. I'm just trying it all out together. Maybe it'll look better with setting spray, which I just so happen to have here. So I've read that this is basically like hairspray for your face, which sounds like exactly what we need right now. Did anyone else ever use this hairspray? Because I feel like this was like the OG hairspray that everyone used back in the day, and spray it on their face. What were we doing? This is the One Size Until Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. Again, it's by the same brand as before. Hold your breath. Take enough air. Oh, it smells better than hairspray. Oh, it feels like hairspray. Then for highlighter, I have an absolute OG product that I haven't tried out in so long, but I read that this is very, very long wearing and kind of waterproof because it's a cream to powder formula. And it's of course a little ColourPop Super Shock highlighter. I used to love these so much. Mine's a little bit gross. It has got random hairs in it that are probably from 2016, but I don't care. I got it in the shade Lunch Money. I feel like this is really taking me back to the good old days. Ooh! But yeah, I'm applying it on top of my powder and everything just because I should have put my setting spray on after this. Maybe I'll add more. Stamp that in. I don't want to hold the brush properly because I've still got some on my finger. Oh, it's still good. Okay. More? More. You ain't going nowhere. Don't speak when you put it. Don't breathe in, don't inhale. Okay, so for my eyes, I have these stick eyeshadows here. I've heard that the Laura Mercier Caviar sticks are good, but I did want a little bit of shimmer because otherwise I just thought it might look a little bit boring. So I'm gonna try out the Nude Sticks magnetic eye color sticks. I've got Taupe and I've got Twilight. I don't love a like cream eyeshadow stick thing, but needs must. Let's make sure it's all warmed up. Oh, I just hate how it feels. What have I done there? I really don't know how I missed my eye there. I don't love these eye sticks. They're quite difficult to blend. The Laura Mercier Caviar stick. Ooh, the Caviar sticks are a lot easier to blend, and the Vive ones are really good as well. But these just said online that they were, you know, pretty smudge proof and long lasting. I'm also gonna add a little bit of the Glossier Lid Star because again, heard that these are pretty long wearing. Just take a little tiny bit of that. Just for funsies, you know? Oh, that looks like nothing. There's not even any point of me doing that, really. Okay, for my liner, if you know about this product, you will just know what it is, just from me holding it up, and just for the nature of this video. This is the Inglot AMC Gel Liner. Once you put this on, it's like unreal. But this is like a makeup artist's fave. And it's so black as well. Can you see that? I might do this really badly because I haven't done any sort of wing liner with a gel liner in like literally years, but okay. using one of my Zoeva brushes, by the way. And some of you guys did a little bit of research for me because in my last video, I wasn't sure if Zoeva brushes were even still a thing. They are. Get your hands on some because they're literally the best. This now should not budge. Okay, so for mascara, I have a few options. Now again, they don't all claim to be sweat proof, but a lot of these are waterproof, which again, I feel like is the same thing in a lot of ways. But I will say, this doesn't claim to be waterproof at all. But if you've ever tried the Benefit Bad Girl Bang Mascara, they have a waterproof version, but I feel like this one alone is just smudge proof anyway. It's so good. But I'm gonna use one of these. Should we do better? No, I'm gonna do a drugstore one. We're gonna see how this one holds up. This is the L'Oreal Paradise Big Deal Waterproof. I'm sorry, what is that eyelash hair there? What is that? Why is that there? Woo! And I honestly hate to plug it. So many of you guys are always like, oh my God, your eyelashes, thank you. I was mildly blessed in the eyelash department. Thank you, mother. We were both very hairy women that it's beneficial from like here upwards. For me, not so much down below. Anyway, moving on. But I do have to say, as expensive as it is, the Revitalash eyelash serum is unreal. Just don't look at the price when you buy it. Just don't. So for my lips, I'm going to use one of the Huda Beauty liquid lipsticks. I haven't used these in a long time. This one is in the shade Perfectionist. I don't love a liquid lipstick these days. They are maybe a little bit too matte for me, which is crazy to say because I used to live for a liquid lipstick back in the day. But this is what we need. Oh, it's a pretty color. I forgot how precise you have to be with liquid lipstick. Dude, I've had 2 coffees today. Like, my hands, they don't go that straight. All right. Oof. God, I can't wait to wash this later. Ooh, I did actually have this. The NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen. I'm going to add a little tiny bit of this just because I feel like my brows are looking a little bit sparse around here. I always forget I have this stuff. Let's extend my brow actually a little bit because then I can actually see if it melts off or not. Okay guys, so this is the finished look and it's looking kind of cute, honestly. It's a little bit glowy. It's very, very, very matte. It feels like a lot on my skin. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel very dry with the liquid lips, with the really intense foundation, with like the 2 coats of setting spray. Why not even just go in with another? I'm going to show you guys in the macro how everything's looking right now. The nose is looking a little bit patchy, but otherwise I feel like everything looks pretty good. But yeah, what do you guys think? Would you wear this makeup to the sauna? Did I not mention that? We're going to the sauna. So yeah, I'm going to go and get ready and get in my bikini because I've got a hot date with my best friend and a sweaty box of doom. This could all go so wrong so fast. Okay, so this is me on the way to the sauna and this is how my makeup was looking. And this is Georgie. I'm gonna leave a link to her down below if you guys love Cornwall content. She is one of the best people ever and she was obsessed with this dress. So Halara, you've got your first customer. But yeah, here's another look at the dress. This is probably my favorite thing that I got. So cute. And then it's time for one last check-in before we go into the sauna. Honestly, big shout out to Penchu and Sans for actually letting me film here. I love this sauna. I go here all the time. Okay, so first of all, not too bad. And look at these silly hats, by the way. They're supposed to regulate your heat, but honestly, they're just a vibe. Georgie got the best one though. Like, it's like a little strawberry. I'm obsessed. Okay, now we're going to start going into the check-in. So first of all, a few minutes in, not looking too bad. Then you can see by my eyes, they get really bloodshot. It's starting to look a little bit more dewy. And then around 10 minutes in, we're starting to look a little bit more sweaty. So we're there, we're chilling, we're vibing, having a nice little catch up. And around 15 to 20 minutes in, you can see I am sweating. My face is looking so wet, but it's still in place. And guys, I did not leave the sauna once. I was committed to testing this out. Okay, we're around 25 minutes in and you can see the sweat is starting to pour off me. You can literally see sweat droplets on my face. Okay, we're now down to the final few minutes and I actually also left the swatches on my hands and you can see they actually stayed on pretty well. After half an hour, it was time to get out and this was how my makeup was looking straight after the sauna. I honestly couldn't really see it at the time, but after a few hours, here's where we're at. It's not bad. It's not good. Like, I wouldn't like it if I walked out the house with my makeup like this originally, but considering what I've put it through today, I mean, 80-degree heat for like half an hour. You saw the sweat dripping off me. Okay, we need to do a close-up. I don't know what this is. I have no idea what this little like line here is on my temple, but sure. Obviously, there's a good chance that most of what is on my face is not gonna look quite as good as it was beforehand. However, all things considered, the brows haven't moved too much. Like, they are literally solid to my face right now. When it comes to the foundation and concealer, which I mean is like pardon the pun, the literal foundation of the entire makeup look, it actually does look very good. Like, the nose wasn't great to begin with. It's looking a little bit worse. She's looking a little bit more patchy. And all you can really see are some crease lines, which granted, double wear isn't my usual go-to foundation. And if it was, I wouldn't wear it with a matte base. That's just my personal preference. And also, creasing is normal. I mean, I've got a full face of Botox and there's still creasing. You can't get rid of it. And especially don't worry if you've got creasing around your mouth or around your eyes, because that just means that chances are you've been smiling and laughing. So it's a way better trade-off. It's rubbed off a little bit around my nose, and there is a fair bit of creasing under my eyes here, which I don't normally get, but again, we sat in a whole ass sauna. Considering this was just a pool of sweat a few hours ago, it all still looks very matte, so I feel like there's something in that powder and that setting spray. The lips, okay, not usually the biggest fan of a liquid lipstick like I mentioned to you guys, but they have stayed on my face. Like, my lips are still very much lined, they're all pretty much one color. It has disappeared ever so slightly in the center. Sorry if I have tortilla chips in between my teeth. I had a little snack. It's a little bit crusty around the corners. You can literally see where I had that sweat mark earlier. Honestly, the more I look at it, the more impressed I am. Like, I've had makeup that looks worse than this after just a standard day, let alone being in a sauna for half an hour. I'm very impressed, but I want to know what you guys think. And also, I want you to tell me what I should do next. There's got to be some more extreme makeup challenges you guys want me to try out. We're talking waterproof. What else is there? There's got to be something. So let me know your ideas down below and I'll get around to doing it because this video was really fun. We should test out 24-hour makeup next. Should I do that to my skin? I might. Yeah, I don't know if that's a good idea, but let's do it. If you guys want to see it, let me know and we'll do it, and I will buy some new pillowcases. Anyway, guys, as lovely as this all was, I'm gonna go and wash my face now. And I'm not just talking a double cleanse. I'm gonna do like 3, 4, 5 cleanses. We might even make it to double digits. But anyway, guys, I love you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.